We're live. Hi,
Hey,
everybody. How are you guys doing today? We're so glad you're here. And it is a fun day. It is January 19th, and I am looking forward to having some popcorn soon. So it's National Popcorn Day. That's a lot of fun. So hi, Juju. How are you doing today?
hey, I'm doing great.
So this is Mama Juju, and I'm Dawn with Scrapbook Sage, and we are doing Celebrate America. And we're working through the states each week I've made some digitals, and we are just making a journal or several, depending on what we want to do. So we're just going to be crafting and chatting today. Hey, we're so glad that you're here, Kathleen. So what I'm planning to do is I'll show you, we're going to drop down to one digital a week, although Juju's going to grab two, she's going to pull out two, so I can plan on making the digitals. They take just a little bit longer than I like for them to make, so that will buy me a little bit of time. And I have some gifts for you guys from last week. It might be a little bit for me to mail them out. I didn't do that, but I have a freebie on my Ko-fi shop for both this. We're doing Wisconsin and South Carolina. If you want to go pick those up, that will be your freebie this week from me. So what's up with you, Juju?
All right. Well, I'm just working on my stuff that I have. I put our little cards on our states here. And I was able to print out the little smaller little bitty cards so they'll fit inside instead of these big old huge ones. So that's cute. Got that going. Did find me an eagle to go on this part of our stuff. And then I have my Wisconsin and my South Carolina. And some more fun facts about living in the South, because you know I'm all about the South. I do have our 12 and 12 ladies to go over again. And hey, Kathleen, and hey, JoJo. We have Yvette, Nana, Sheila, Nana, Miss Deb at Three Hands and a Chick, Kentucky Crafter, Carrie at Thumbprint Creations, Joan at Junk Journal and Mower, me, and then Jean at Lizzie Jeans, Caroline at Caroline's Craft Tree, Bonnie at Daisy and Grace on Facebook, and Bonnie L on YouTube, and of course Scrapbook Sage. And so Yvette just did a premiere today for some wonderful beads that she did. It was those were fabulous.
They
So
were.
y'all go over and check her out on that. And I have put together my two signatures for Wisconsin and South Carolina, but I want to do, I have some painting papers, and I want to just kind of collage some painting papers on them to be able to add some sayings and spots. On this piece here on Wisconsin, I just put the little state with that, I don't know, spiderweb looking material. I forgot what it's called, but I just love that stuff. And South Carolina's, I did that same thing with their declaration printout. And then I put the different little pictures they had on it. Of course, they had the alien, so I had to put, my little alien section in here.
I have to do the aliens.
Yes, and I got my little Chicken Little. Got my Chicken Little. So I'm gonna put my little.
Was it Wisconsin? Or no, it's South Carolina that actually has a landing pad for the alien. That's why we're doing the alien with.
Okay, in the fun facts, it says it is officially the unofficial UF welcome site. Okay, I don't know what the official unofficial means, but that's what it said. And somebody, that looks all, made. It says UFO Welcome Center. So I got my little chicken little thing to put here. I'm gonna put it on this side right there so it can stick out. of my page.
That welcome center reminds me of, on Independence Day where they're like, oh, the aliens are coming and they're all dancing on top of the roof.
Yeah.
And they're like, welcome.
Oh yeah, that didn't turn out well for them.
No, it didn't.
Hey, Gothic, thank you.
Hey, Gothic. Great to see you, Melody. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just having a grand old time chatting about states.
I was trying to see what year this was. This kind, Kathleen, this is Your America. Let me see. I found I left the page. Your America, Story of Americas. It's the World Publishing Company. 1941. The last one on here was 59. But it's a book. I actually picked this up out of my library's, free Please Take books. I believe that's where I got that from. And trying to see if I saved any of them. Usually they have a stamp. No, I think that's where that came from. But anyway, and then I thought, ooh, when I was saying this, I'm like, I've got that book. So this is the book I'm going to use for my cover. Of course, it's, we've only did 4 states, and it's that big now. Look how big that is. It's huge, gator mouth. So I'm going to have to cut the spine and make it like really big, but I like the cover for it. And in the back, I don't think you've seen this part. There's Mississippi. It's like really thick because, let's see here, this section. It also goes over, I left the contents in it, but it goes over and has, our forefathers' information and stuff in it. And then it has the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence. And I kept some of those, the national anthem, those things that talked about that. I kept them and folded them up to put them in pockets when I put the journal together. So it kind of had that little educational vibe. Maybe one day I'll have a grandchild who needs to learn about the states, and I can pass this along to her to let her know I was there when it turned 250 years old, because that's just how old Grandma is. Okay, then I did a Route 66 to go in there. And then these are some of the cards that I'm going to collage on the background. You're going to show your digitals? Because they're really cute. They're really cute. Okay. Move this over here.
Yeah, just a moment. Okay. So yeah, this is part of the Wisconsin one. I cut up the other half. So got ahead of myself there because that just happens. But you can make 2 journals out of my digitals often. So this is one of the buildings there. It's so beautiful. This was an old postcard on the Library of Congress. And this is just a page that I put together from my own things. And then I did a collage page here with all the different pages. And this is a bridge and a rock there. I'm not remembering the names of things off the top of my head. I'm sorry. It's been a week. So, and then here is another page that I did. And I did the robin and another robin. And the fun things I pulled for Wisconsin was obviously there's a cheese. So I cut down the big piece into 4 pieces. And we've got the little cheese that says "Say People." Can you guys see that? Isn't that cute? And then we got It Ain't Easy Being Cheesy. And then there's another piece I'm going to make into a tag. And then I did the front that is Let's Be Frank from Frank Lloyd Wright. He was born there, and I thought it was fun to do that. The badger is their state animal, so we've got the mid-century theme there, which is sort of fun. And so I got mid-century style. So you could take the cutesy things and do like a really whimsical journal that way, or you could do a vintage journal. And then I cut this into pieces so that I could do belly band. So I can do a belly band and a hidden page. So that's sort of how I use my digitals. Sometimes I add ephemera to it, but I like to take a digital and I tend to make close to 10 pages or so. So I can play with 5 and have the other ones cut down. And that's why I tend to make journal pages like this so that you can cut them in half and you have pockets and stuff you can play with and do things like that with. So that's sort of my mindset when I make digitals that way. And then let me show you the other digitals that I made for South Carolina. Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, and then last week, the other thing that I did that was a lot of fun. So I was working on this, and I'm just playing, but we're doing the paper art, and it's not perfect, but here is sort of my rendition with the scraps. So it was just playing with the idea, learning how to collage, doing some paper painting and using the fabric scraps and stuff. So that was a lot of fun to finish that off. So here are some of the images for South Carolina. It's the number 8 state. Myrtle Beach is really popular. I made that off of AI. And this is Paisley, Charleston, and that is the image of South Carolina. So that is fun. Peaches are really popular. We've got the Charleston and we've got the yellow jessamine as a flower. And this is fun too. Okay, so here are the larger pages of that. Let me turn a little bit better here. And then I did, they have this tree. What is it called? It's called the palmetto tree and amethyst. And then there's the flower. And then here is an old map just in the background. You can barely see there. And then I did the Charleston there. So they have a mountain called Sassafras Mountain. So I had an AI do that. And then I just took the plant sassafras. But I took the coordinates of Sassafras Mountain and put it there. So if you got people who like to hike and stuff, this could be a journal for them. Here is a freebie I have. So I just did I pulled some images that I have from my freebies from the 100-day project to sort of coordinate it with it. And how cute is this? Okay, so they have an island that has Reese's monkeys, and it's called the Morgan Island. And I guess pirates are really popular, or are a lot. Were from South Carolina. They originated there, or not originated, but they're from there. Whoops, and then, but these Reese's monkey, they're drinking sassafras tea. And yeah, I thought that was fun. But it's really sad. They were used for experiments and nobody can go to that island. Humans cannot go to the island. So that's really disturbing. Not just a little bit disturbing, but that's really disturbing. And so there's the image of South Carolina, and it says South Carolina in the background. And that was just a freebie. So there's the peaches on lined paper a little bit. And the tiger swallowtail is really popular in a lot of states. I have Mimic Beauty here. I thought that was sort of fun. And so those are my South Carolina images.
What AI program do you use?
I use the one that's in Creative Fabrica. Oh, so a couple of the things before I'll just, I wanted to share a couple things with you guys. Oh, isn't this cute? It ain't easy being cheesy. Yeah. Anyways, I thought that was fun. So I wanted to encourage you guys to look, as if you're doing, let me put the ink back on here. If you're doing a journal for your state, or if there's a theme that you want to do regarding a state or something. Harley Davidson is also from Wisconsin, I found out. So this is going to go flying. Just a second. Okay, so I wanted you to encourage you to check your magazines and stuff and see where they have the ads from. So if you look at some of your ads, it will have like, this is from Jamestown, New York. So if you're doing state journals or you're doing decade journals, check your old magazines and they're a good resource to use. This is Buffalo, New York. So I didn't find any from these states, but that we're working on today. Here's Chicago, here's Michigan. I just thought that's a good way for you to add ephemera to a journal that you're doing that is a state journal. The other thing I found, so this is from South Carolina. So I've got some covers from 1957 from South Carolina. So I thought that was cool. And what else did I have here? Oh, here is like a hymnal, and it was printed in Portland. So that's a good resource for you to use. And since it's the inauguration, I thought this would be fun to look at since we are celebrating America. I came across this really old newspaper, 1956, that had the presidents of the United States. Isn't that fun?
Oh, wow. That is cool.
All the way up to Truman. So I thought that was fun to share since we're doing the Celebration America, and given that tomorrow's the inauguration. And here's the vice presidents. So I found that when I got Lily's autograph book is when I got these pages as well. So they're pretty rough, but this is the vice presidents. Isn't that fun?
That is fun.
So anyways.
So we have cool. Educational time. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, South Carolina. The capital is Columbia. The largest populated area is Charleston. It was established as South Carolina, part of the states, May the 23rd, 1788. And it has 7 representatives.
That is awesome.
South Carolina fun facts outside of Chicken Little. Just, word to the wise. Anytime you hear Chicken Little, that means Juju has spotted alien. Okay, so South Carolina produces a whopping 60,000 tons of peaches every year, even though Georgia considers itself the peach state. And there was a really cool thing. Okay, it was first tried to be the Spaniards were the first to attempt to settle here,
Mm-hmm.
and then the British. Well, now us. And when people invaded South Carolina's territory, it had at least 29 different nations of tribes of Native Americans. That they know of at least 29, and it had 5 different languages spoken by them. And I am not even going to try to pronounce them. You can just Google it if you're interested. The South Carolina, they were the largest populated area for African American slavery, enslavement of, well, African Americans, Native, and everybody was free gang. Apparently, they enslaved everybody for slave labor. And then they joined. Let me see. Hold on. I want to find what time they became part of the Confederates. What year that was? It listed which one, but okay, I don't have the year. And then, but the good thing though, they were part of the American Revolution. Then we have Sullivan's Island in 1776. That was where the pirates of the British forces came in. And then the other thing that I thought was fascinating was 2 things. Of course, Chicken Little. It has its very own UFO Welcome Center. And that's in Bowman, South Carolina. You can go there, and it started in 1994. So it's been there for 30 years. These days, the Welcome Center appears like 2 ramshacked UFOs stacked on top of each other. And then, okay, it has its own Loch Ness monster. And I had a picture in my little book. It had been sighted many times since 1933. It's messy, Messie, and it is reported to be serpent-like and measuring 40 to 60 feet long. And marine biologist said he talked to 12 or more people who claimed to have seen it by the lake. But and they were not intoxicated. So only 12 people was not intoxicated. We're not sure about the rest of them. Hey, Teresa. So that is what I learned about South Carolina. Anybody from South Carolina, if you do, and you have anything else you would like to correct me on or inform me of, please leave it in the comments, give a like, subscribe, and all that good YouTube stuff.
So other cool things, you're probably hearing a lot about Tim Scott and Lindsey Graham. They both are senators from South Carolina. And some other things to do is you can do the Congaree National Park, Brookings Garden, Magnolia Plantation and Garden, Fort Sumner National Monument, Charleston City Market, Huntington Beach State Park, Rainbow Row, Broadway at the Beach, Boone Hall Plantation and Gardens, and Middle Place are some of the things that you can do. What else was I thinking? Obviously, there's football. People enjoy that. Has anybody been to South Carolina before? I have a good friend who was from there, but she lives here now. I hear the beaches are beautiful out there.
Yeah, very popular beach site is Myrtle Beach.
Yes, and they've got turtles too.
They have what?
They have a lot of turtles out there as well.
You know what I thought you said?
No.
Turtle stew. I
Oh,
thought you
no,
said,
I
yeah,
said
and they got turtle stew there too.
turtles as well.
Yeah,
That is
now
so funny.
turtle stew is good now.
I guess golfing is pretty popular there as well.
Yeah, I'm
Do you
sure
guys like
golfing.
to golf? Does anybody like to golf? We're
No,
watching a lot of golfing anime.
I tried that
There's
golfing bit one time.
I like putt-putt golfing, but I don't think I would like regular golfing.
I just got too frustrated when I couldn't get the ball in the hole.
Yeah,
Just
it looks
couldn't
like
hit.
it is really difficult.
Yeah,
Like
just couldn't hit
they
the hole.
angle the grades and it doesn't look like it's a simple process at all.
Yeah, people can get really off into it. I have an aunt who did golfing before she, got physically unable to, and she was all off into it. That's a very popular sport.
Yeah, it seems pretty intense.
Yeah. They used to make us golf when we went to church camp, in the summertime. They had a golfing competition and you had to do the golfing there at the church camp.
Oh.
Yeah.
Teresa, so it is a good way to ruin a walk, huh?
Hey, Tony. Thank you for dropping by, you and Teresa and Kathleen and JoJo. And did I miss anybody? Bella and I think that's it. Okay.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Yeah, I did. I couldn't play golf too long. Time out in a Church of God youth camp because the counselors caught you saying bad words when you were golfing. It's not a fun thing. No, it's not.
So both Juju and I grew up with the Church of God. I was in Colorado. And okay, so I had my really good friends and Kim and I, our birthdays are a week apart. And so we were pre-teens. And so since we acted so mature,
Don't tell me
they
you were
let us go
counseling.
no, I wasn't
Lord.
counseling.
Oh, okay.
We acted so mature. We got to go to the teenage camp, because we were, those were the people that we got to hang out with. But we were in fifth, sixth grade, maybe. So we were still pretty young. And then they have this sort of rousing, you're in the cabin, everybody's going to sleep. Whoever falls asleep first gets a little prank done on them, that kind of stuff. Well, Kimmy and I were laying on a top bunk, my head here and her head there on, our bunks were facing each other. And she had fallen asleep and they'd already put toothpaste on her face and, that just was it. And then I guess I fell asleep and she reached on over and put it on my face. And I just was not as gracious as I could have been at the time. And I don't think they let anybody who was not a teen yet go to teen camp anymore after me.
I don't know.
But yeah, I don't do well when I'm tired and get woken up. That's all I have to say.
Bonnie, I think, are you on my channel? Because I see the link by your name. So I think everybody is over on Scrapbook Sage's channel. We were able to link my channel today for the first time.
Yeah, I saw that you were there, Juju. I did double check that. I was going to say that. But I'm glad that it's streaming to both of our channels. That is awesome.
Oh, cool. That's great, y'all. I'm just learning this YouTube stuff.
Yeah, we're learning things.
How y'all like my splat box? I'm trying, you know, this year, 2025, I was going to try to be less messy. Less messy. It ain't happening quite that way yet.
Well, has anybody been cleaning up their space? We saw Kathleen Maurer's beautiful place. As she shared that. If you haven't seen it, go get inspired. She did some amazing things there. I'm feeling like my space is getting under control. It's not perfect yet, but I've been happy to have the challenge there in January to get things cleaned up and stuff.
Okay, well,
go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, well, mine is hubby's head has stopped spinning and pea soup has stopped coming out of his nose and mouth. So I think I'm making progress.
Yeah, well, I haven't done much in the rest of the house. You know, I thought January was going to be slow. And I was going to have all this time to catch up on stuff. And I have felt behind the 8 ball all month long. I'm like, okay, today is my slowest day. And we're doing the light, you know, and I'm just like, oh, I'm able to breathe at least a little bit today.
And I'm taking.
Oh my goodness.
I was talking and there was nobody there, and you were like, I just lost my mind.
Oh no. Sorry, Bonnie.
Oh, Tracy, it was easy and fun to build that splatter box. It didn't take no time at all. I mean, it's real fast stick together.
Hey, Bonnie, did you get a chance to see this? It says, say people. What's your guys' favorite cheese? I think blue cheese is my favorite.
Yeah, I like blue cheese dressing and blue cheese and feta cheese in my salads. But when I use cheese on everything else, I'm just plain old sharp.
Love you, Gothic. See you soon, hopefully. Ooh, jalapeno Monterey Jack and marble. Ooh, I've never had Beamster.
I mean, I don't think I have either. I was trying to see. I don't believe I've had that. I don't think this is going to look too good here with these colors. I think I messed up. We'll find out. And what I did was took my jelly plate on the very first episode. I took the jelly plate and just made a ton of different colored backgrounds. Those I've been playing with, and just went through and just made solid backgrounds to use throughout the book. And then when I use these up, I'll make some more. And I just collage and pull and put together, and you know, if it don't work, throw some gesso on it, call it a day.
So we were talking, oh, no Wergmans. Huh. We were talking about cheese from Wisconsin. Now, have any of you guys, do you guys like architecture and mid-century stuff? I guess they have a really cool museum in Wisconsin for mid-century things. You're almost out of popcorn. Yeah, I need to get me some.
Oh yeah, I brought some popcorn home, especially, and it's still in my bag.
I had a high school friend who was an architect, and so I've always loved looking at architecture, and mid-century is just so fascinating. I lived in a duplex that was mid-century, and it was a cool house. It was a cool duplex to live in. It had a skylight, so it let the light in, and it was nice. Of course you did. We have to have it for the inauguration.
Bailed.
Oh, sounds wonderful, Bells. Do you my favorite macaroni and cheese is from Panera. Have you guys had Panera's macaroni and cheese?
No, I don't think I have that.
It is so good. It's at Costco a lot of times. So if you get to Costco and you can get the macaroni, it's a white cheddar cheese. It's very tasty. I don't eat it much anymore. And my favorite restaurant is closing locally. It's called T. Paul's Supper Club, and they have the best buffalo sauce macaroni cheese that I've ever eaten.
Let's see. Did we bring out the Wisconsin facts? I got confused.
We didn't talk specifically about Wisconsin facts.
Are we going to? Or are we doing Wisconsin next
We
time?
can. So
Okay.
badgers. Okay, so the fun story with Wisconsin facts and badgers is you think it was the animal that it was named after, but it wasn't. It was named after the miners who mined for lead, and they would dig a little tunnel, a little den for themselves to sleep in. And so they were called badgers, and that's how that name came about. Although the white-tailed deer was high in contention to be the animal for the state, I'm really glad it wasn't, because almost every other state has the white-tailed deer as their state animal, and that's a lot of digitals to make with that deer. What else? Harley Davidson, who's ridden a Harley Davidson, they are from Wisconsin. What else? Do you have some facts to share, Ju?
I do. I'm sorry. I was trying to contemplate on this bird here. I can't. I was going to stick a bird. I was going to stick a bird on here as a focal point. Look and see what you think.
Got
I think
it.
yeah, I think they
You can
blend
do
in.
that.
I think they're.
So I can share some quick. I can share the some quick facts. If there's anything that you come across, just let me know. That's different. So there's Milwaukee, and they're known for their beer. And there's Madison, Green Bay, the Packers. The Wisconsin Dells, they actually are in one of these pictures here, and I think that's from the Dells. And they have a place called Devil's Lake that is really popular. You got Kenosha. We all have heard of Kenosha. Let's see. I had another place here. So the history, some interesting history. I thought this was interesting too. So it was a lot of Native American tribes, the French and the British colonists were the first Europeans to live there. Wisconsin has been primarily, they were white people, Yankees, being among the first to arrive from New York and New England. Heavy industry. And then the other things, they had some other information here that I am missing. Juju is so much more entertaining about these things than I am. But I haven't been a Green Bay Packers fan. I'm a Denver Bronco fan, but
We won't hold that against you.
they were with the history. They had talked about it being a location for the Underground Railroad too. So a lot of people escaped to Canada through Wisconsin, and then you've got the lakes that are there, and there are 15,000 lakes in Wisconsin, which they say that Montana has a lot, but Wisconsin seems to has more. Those are the details that I picked up on.
Okay.
Oh, you have ridden a Harley, Teresa. I think I've been on one
Thank you.
a few times. I have a motorcycle kit as well, and that's fun. And these books, I was hoping I'd see one in this old vintage magazine, but I didn't see one. But yeah, Harley Davidsons are cool.
I think I'm going to do that. What y'all think? That kind of makes the hummingbird pop out just a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I just want you to note it on the calendar. 1922 book. I tore up. Uh-oh. Maybe she'll be back. Are you there? I'm here. Oh. Did you put me forward?
Yeah, I put you forward.
Oh, whew, I thought you left me. Okay. I was just saying.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
I just thought I'd let you be seen a little bit more since you're showing off your thing. And I'm not seeing that. I don't know why.
Okay. Well, if you see it, it's a 1922. Do y'all see this? The booty book. I tore pages out of it. I just want you to know I did that. That is huge for me today. And the old vintage coffee dot ledger, I tore it up. Just a huge accomplishment. Just wanted to, put that on the calendar somewhere. Huge. You saw that, Juju? I mean, Jojo. Yeah, that's huge for me. Look, it's 2 pages too. The paper was so thin, I did 2 of them. Tore 2 pages today. Yay, me. Woo.
Yay.
I swear I'm going to need a drink.
I'm one of those people that I either talk or I craft. I don't often do both very well. So I think Juju's, yeah. So we're going to switch things up a little bit. I said this already, but I'll just repeat myself. We're going to only do one state each week because I can't make digitals that quick. I've been trying to, but it takes a good minute to make a digital kit. So I always get over ambitious. You guys know how I get. So thank you for your patience with that. We'll still be able to get through the year. We're going to draw both 2 states.
That is awesome. Oh. You go.
That is cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. So we're just gonna do two pull 2 states so I can get on the digitals ahead of time. But we're just gonna review and play with 1 state each week. We might double up if we feel like we're getting close to the end and we weren't able to get through everything. If something comes up in our lives that we can't do, if just things pop up. I'm not thinking that's the case, but I want to provide for that grace if it's needed.
All right. These, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I got them from Temu. Yeah, there's a Japanese writing stuff. That or Amazon, but it was probably Temu that was selling on Amazon. I love these clear stickers like this. They're just a pain in the watusa to pull off. On Wisconsin, it was admitted to the Union in May the 29th, 1848, as the 30th state. Madison is its capital. Its largest city is Milwaukee. And she talked about the states. Nearly 21 million. Okay, I got to move here. Nearly 21 million gallons of ice cream are consumed by Wisconsinites each year. Okay, that's it. We got to go. We have got to go.
I do have to say Tillamook cheese is still better than any cheese or ice cream I've eaten from Wisconsin.
Okay, I have a terrible nursing sense of humor, so this is like really funny to me. Green Bay is known as the toilet paper capital of the world. It's a leading producer of ginseng in the United States. And there was one other one. Oh, this is for my husband. It takes an average of 100 hours of fishing to catch a 33.4-inch muskie. Just saying. And Door County has more shoreline than any other county in the U.S. Over 250 miles.
That's cool.
Okay, y'all. This is, oh my goodness. Okay, for all us rednecks out there, if all the hunters on opening day of deer season in Wisconsin were grouped together, they would comprise the 6th largest army in the world. Ba-bum.
That is a very fascinating. That is a very fascinating fact.
Yeah, look, we ain't going to Wisconsin talking about taking anybody's guns. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might get shot.
But now I want elk meat.
Huh? Elk? No.
Yeah. Doesn't an elk burger sound really good?
I ain't never ate elk in my life. What does it taste like? Don't tell me chicken.
It's actually, I feel like it's pretty close to beef. You know, it's gamier, but it's not bad. I liked it.
I haven't ever had it. I had buffalo. I
don't think I've had buffalo.
I've had buffalo.
So how are we doing? It's about 3:49. So Juju, do you want to pick the next states, the next 2 states?
I can. I'm just finishing up my last tag here.
Yeah, when you get a chance to finish that up.
Yeah, I have to finish it up because I've got to use this vintage paper that I tore apart like I was, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I can rest easier, so I'll put down. Nothing went to waste. It was for a good cause. We're going to thank the book for its service. That front sure is plain, ain't it? We're going to have that as the back. This is just a master board that I put the postcards on. And I think it's a recycled masterboard for Junk Journal January. It was a back of a steno pad. Well, that's not too bad. Put a focal point on it. It looked good. I'm going to put some splats on that too. Okay, let's get
that
our box.
Okay, I do like goose. I've never had roast bear before. I've never had possum or coon either. Hi, Jenny.
Vermont in Oklahoma.
Okay. We can do that.
So
that'll be fun.
Our handy dandy red pen. Because, we in school. I'm being educated here.
Gotta do
We
those
got Oklahoma.
Sooners.
And we got Vermont. Ooh, Vermont's tiny. Let me put a little red dot right.
It is.
There we go. And Vermont was first.
Now, you guys. Okay, you guys will be happy. I will not break out in song singing snow. But White Christmas is my favorite movie during Christmas time. And that's in Vermont.
Is it?
Yes.
Or do they just tell us that?
Well, they may have just told us that. You're right. I've been told things that have not been true and believed them before. Not the first time. It won't be the last time.
All right. Vermont and
whole other discussion.
Oklahoma was the second pool. So next Sunday we will do Vermont.
Yes.
And then the following Sunday we'll do Oklahoma.
Now, is anybody following along and making a state journal of their own state, or doing an Americana journal or craft this year? Well, you got to eat, Jenny. No worries about joining late anytime. We're happy you can hang out with us.
Okay, tip number 1. Make sure you know which way the mister is pointed.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's funny.
So how much did you get on your face?
Oh, none on my face, just on the desk. But that's okay. It's glass and can clean right up. And thank God for the splatter box.
Good.
Yeah, the splatter box called it. Oh, or it probably would have found a home on my face.
Those splatter boxes, they're the best, aren't they?
All right. It's still fun getting it all over you, though.
Yeah. Likely story, says the woman who loves to get messy.
Well, I do.
To the woman who's like, please, does the glue have to touch me? You guys wonder why I like to do paper art, so I don't have to get wet. So the violet was the state flower for Wisconsin, and Wisconsin was established in 1848. And aren't these badgers so cute? They're just cute little badgers. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, but they're vicious.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, they're vicious.
Yeah, I think it was a good idea for me to make digitals that aren't like over the top for each of the states, because that way I can use the digitals for other reasons.
Oh, well, I have.
Red, white, and blue every week.
Sorry about that. My mom was calling. I sent the boys to call her. Mom, I'm live. That's the second time she's done called.
Oh yeah, it would be cool. I think this would be a good purpose. Yeah, for sure. Travel journals. A friend of mine used to live in RV and travel, and so she has a lot of photos from all over. And yeah, I think a lot of people come through Oregon who travel, and I'm sure I don't think I'm going to have a hard time getting rid of journals that have the state digitals in them, just because so many people come from out of state and travel. I think I've lived in about 20 different states.
Well, I've been to a few, but not too many. I kept telling myself when I got old and ready to retire that I would do travel nursing and travel around the world, and see the different states and everything. And so me and my first husband planned that. And that plan went with him.
So you guys feel free to go over to the Ko-fi shop and get some freebies if you want them.
And then we have I don't have YouTube up, so I'm not sure how many is left. But if anybody wants to put in the numbers for a postcard, and it'll be a Mississippi postcard. I was sending out the postcards that we made from the states, but then I thought, well, that'd just be a postcard I made about the state. Maybe somebody would like a Mississippi postcard to put in their journal that has a Mississippi postmark and stuff on it. So I was making Mississippi postcards and sending them out.
Thank you, Juju.
So if you would like to do that, if y'all would put a number in, let me clean my fingers off.
And I will get the little bits out to you guys who were here last week. I have them set aside for you. I just haven't popped them in the mail yet.
Put in a number from 1 to 50. And then I had to make me some more Nana's glue up. See, Nana, I had to make me some more Nana's glue.
Anna's glue's the best.
It's the best. And then I take my painting papers just because, you know, I can always use them somewhere. And then I just take the leftover bits and put them on a scratch piece of paper. And then I can tear them up later and put it somewhere.
Well, I'm hoping by the end of this week I will have 10 or 15 journals done. And I'll feel a little bit more creative, getting some things out of the way. And I can experiment a little bit more.
Well, I've got some videos out for what I need to do for my challenges. But this craft room organization cleanup mess, it can take over your life. Woo!
Yes, it can.
Wow, that's something serious. I think it had the whole family in an uproar. But in my defense, it's not my fault. I'm going to blame the hubby because I had it kind of put down. Then he decided I could just have the front room and just change it into the craft room. And when he did that, I had to redo everything. So it's not my fault. It's his that his head turned around sideways. You know, right? That sounds
It is.
logical.
It's true. It's true. That's your story. You're sticking with it.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That sounds good. Don't blame me. Not my fault. That sounds better than anything.
And your space got doubled even.
It did. It did. But I'm still. I still can't make it look pretty. I'm not a pretty space person. You know. I have ADD. I have to be functional. It has to be where I can see it and be functional.
Well,
Okay,
I do
last
hope I work through half these boxes on my floor. We'll see how that goes.
last call. And then I'll get Siri over here if she can understand me today to pull us a random number. And it would be the closest without going over.
Make sure you go to Juju's channel and show her some love since we're chatting on my channel. We might have to have you guys rotate.
Girl, if you was closer, I'd come let you. But Tracy, I'm going to do a little video and you might look at it, give me some pointers when I get through with it. But for me not to be a pretty person, I think it's coming together okay. I even have a color set now. It's not random. It's a color set, black, white, and gray. And I'm not spending any money on anything. It is what I already have. Or like the boys were calling me, my mama was calling me because she sent me over a armoire thing to repaint and reuse. So it's all so far I have spent 12, 6, 18, let's say $22. And that was on some shelf liner and a gallon of white paint.
That is great.
Yeah. So I'm trying not to spend money because I had spent some on some crap storage stuff before. And hubby's like, you got all that stuff out in the shed, don't buy any more storage stuff. And then, of course, the storage people says, do not buy storage stuff first. Put all your lights together to see what exactly you need to store and what kind of storage you have that you might could reuse. Well, apparently none of them craft. I'm sorry. They just can't. Now, one of them does now. She's pretty cool. And I think she's a crafter. So But she admits it takes a lot of space and time to do that. Hey Siri.
Yeah.
Hey Siri. Pick a number from 1 to 50. Okay. Hey Alexa. Pick me a random number from 1 to 50. 15. Okay.
That's true. We do change our minds.
15. Siri just said, That's 15.
Oh.
Bonnie Lipke on the nose.
There we go.
She just said, that was it. Just, It's like I hear you talking to me, but that's all.
Well, you need Bonnie to tell us your Siri.
I swear. My Siri and Alexa listens to her.
They do. Crazy.
Now, I told the boy that I was recording, but I hear the door slam, so he might pop in here with some loudness. I'll try to mute before he does that.
And we're hitting that magic hour too, so it's already past 3 o'clock. That went pretty quick.
Oh, it did.
So, yeah.
Well, I think I like the idea of 3 boxes, one for pitch it, one for haven't touched it for 6 months, and one for currently using. If the 6-month one or so doesn't get touched, pitch it too. Oh, Lord. But what if I need it month 7? That's what my brain tells me. Come month 7, I'm going to need what I pitched. I ain't touched in months 1 through 6.
Right. My logic is if I have the space for it, I can keep it. So, if it fits in what I have, I can keep it. So I do work at crafting things down really fast. Or I try to.
Well, you know that Dana was saying, you know, that if you have the container and it fits in the container, you're supposed to be okay. But
yeah, well, I have space that is wasted space. Like I have like my hutch and a closet that I have stuff in there I don't need. So what I need to do is go through and get rid of the stuff I don't need. And the stuff that's sitting on my floor and on my countertops here in my craft room should be able to go in there. I just have not done that process yet this year.
yeah.
I try to do some of it each year, but I haven't done that part of it this year yet. Okay, I need something different, but I think we are coming close to an end.
Okay.
How's everybody else doing?
This is a journal cover that I made today out of scraps.
Isn't that pretty?
I was making the fiber strips that you can use for page edges, stuff that you put on the double-sided tape. I was making it, and then I had my little take it to the grave clear container that I put on my desk. It's supposed to put my garbage in, you know. And I put all my little scrap in bits and pieces that I cut off the sides in it. While I was looking, I thought, what could I do? So I took some paper, baking paper, you know, the slick paper, freezer paper, and laid it down, put the scraps down, put a layer of Mod Podge down. Well, my Nana's glue. Put a layer of that down. Then I just took the scrap pieces and I just dumped them and then straightened them out. I mean, I dumped them. There is no rhyme or reason to put this mess down. I just dumped them and then I just patted them and made sure they were all kind of flat out as much as they could be. And then I put my Mod Podge mixture over it. I guess I should call that my collage glue. I don't know. But I put my Nana's glue over it and then I set it up flat and let it dry. And then after it dried, I pulled the paper off. And then on the inside, this is purple denim that my aunt gave me. And it's probably from I do not know, probably the 70s or 80s. And then a piece of upholstery scraps that I had on the inside. So it's just a little scrappy journal. I thought I could put some of my little artsy stuff in. And that was kind of cute. And see, Bonnie, if I would throw these scraps away, I couldn't have made this. That's what my brain tells me. Of course, I guess I should just tell my brain to shut up, huh?
Well, all my little bits are scraps.
But I did throw the rest of it away. I did. The pieces that were too little or and all, I did pitch them in the garbage can. I grabbed them up in my hand. I took a deep breath and I pitched it in the trash. I was so proud. I was like a proud mama.
You should be.
Okay, well, let's see. I guess that's it for us, huh? I thank everybody for coming. Do give Dawn a thumbs up if you hadn't. Give her the finger. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. And if you're watching the replay, be sure to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment and all that good YouTube stuff that you do so well. And see us again next Sunday, same place, same time, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time for me.
And 3 o'clock Pacific time. And go ahead and give likes and all the good stuff to Juju's channel as well, if you can do that. Thank you, Juju. You guys, thanks for visiting us. We are so grateful for each one of you. You're fantastic friends and fun to hang out with. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.